wanted to own a relative position outputting gun controller for games which are not compatible with absolute position outputting light guns. Sadly, qualifying light guns are very outdated by now or were never released in the West. Therefore, I plan to go with a gyro gun. I reviewed a very early gyro gun in episode 105. Sadly, it is very difficult to get a modern gyroscopic gun controller for a reasonable price. The successor of the G-made Mag 2, called Mag P90, is sold for around $400 and the Delta 6 controller, which is solely based on accelerometers, also costs $400. Yet worse, those controllers don't have a great reputation. Personally, I like pistol controllers better than submachine gun controllers, which makes the two guns even less attractive to me. There's a pistol controller made by SD, but that one is terribly difficult to obtain in the West. I now could have gone with a state-of-the-art gyro sensor like the Uneven Sense MPU 9250, which sports an additional digital compass, and build a gyro gun myself. But that way I would have to write my own driver software. Instead, I decided to use a state-of-the-art gyroscopic game controller and turn it into a gun myself. My research for the best gyro controllers brought me to the Steam controller and the DualShock 4. I finally settled with the Steam controller, took the PCB from it and put it into a GunCon 45 shell, which I extended with oven curing putty. Sadly, the Uneven Sense MPU 6500 used in the Steam controller is oriented in a way that only allows for horizontal or vertical tracking when slapped sideways into a gun, but not for both at the same time. It would sense torsion, but that's not interesting for the intended purpose. Now I could have gone with the lazy solution and slapped the PCB into one of these augmented reality guns, which are supposed to hold a cellular phone, and call it a day. Instead, I desoldered the gyro sensor and built a MPU 5500 breakout board by taking a cheap microprocessor sensor board and removing everything but the sensor. I connected that board, turned by 90 degrees, to the Steam controller PCB to restore the gyroscopic functionality. This is the final unit, which I call the Steam gun. It has 5 buttons, not counting the trigger and analog stick press. The cord is detachable, which simplifies storage and display. The center of mass location is strategically modified using lead weights. The trigger is using a cherry microswitch held by a 3D printed bracket as shown in episode 99. Every gyroscopic gun will sooner or later lose its zero position no matter how good it is. Because of that, it's very important to build in ways to quickly fix calibration during gameplay. Like it is done at the popular guns, I went with an analog joystick, but I also resurrected the touchpad. Personally, I like using the touchpad way better to recenter the gun. I am glad I have built this controller and I enjoy using it. In my opinion, the biggest benefit in me basing the gun design of the Steam controller is the Steam controller configuration utility. It allows for intuitive yet precise and detailed tuning of the sensor to the player's personal desires. Also, remapping buttons with functions is a breeze. The freeware GLOSC allows people to use Steam controller features outside of Steam, for example in desktop applications and non-Steam games. This is the end of the review. My name is Ben. I thank you for viewing.